Good morning, I think it is. Yep, morning everyone. It's Sparks here, back for more Final Fantasy XIV. Last time around, we wrapped up our preparations for the next bit of content as we completed all the level 45 quests, which gave us some nice gear. Unfortunately, we still don't have a full matching set because the final piece isn't available until the level 50 quests. But we'll be getting that later. But for right now, let's get back to the story and see if we can rescue our friends. Hear ye, hear all. The Marbles are slain and Arbor has passed the first test of Revenantol's venturers. But you didn't think it would just be one test, did you? It's travelers by common. Face our nemesis, the enemy to sing our threat on code, a foe, tag our big toe. See where I placed the mark on your map, return alive, brother. Great. I like that building itself has separate music to the rest of this area. That's actually kind of cool. Considering it's like a pub. I don't know what I'm going to fight, but... Oh, more Balmer. So a big ball. These particular enemies have an ability that can suck you in. They spot you. And that's a level 50 area boss type enemy. Ah no, more will spot us. Ignore it and just keep running. Get to the marker. This is more. Oh god. Yep, I did not notice it was usually the big policy. That's what I mean by what I hate. This is enemy type in general. I just hate that rush attack. Yes, it's easy enough to dodge if you notice it. If you don't notice it, then it can catch you off guard and easily murder you. Or at least make it so that the fight's gonna be a lot harder. Okay, at some point in the future, I'm going to be very happy when I can get a bigger desk and can put my mic somewhat better. Because right now it's in a very poor location. It's right in between my two screens. Part of the cable runs off in front of a screen. It'd be nice if I could actually see everything properly. Also, one moment. You guys are probably sliding along the screen, I hope. And the fearsome Bulgar falls into his prey. wave of the Revenant's Toll Venturers Guild. Arbor, welcome to the confraternity, brother. Seriously, how'd you kill them? That Morbalgo was something else. They say it's the off as an escaped pet. Guess that's what you get when spoiled rotten meets red in tooth and claw. That thing slew more venturers with its charnel breath than a whole parade of gigas. Not that I want you dead exactly, understand, but folk have been known not to come back. Well, that's all in the past, eh, Brother Arbor? You're one of Revenant Toll's ventures now. Death to Morbles. Yep, death to Morbles. I agree on that sentiment. Brother, can you spare some mare's tail roots? I have none on account of those young cadgers from the Black Trout. I told them, root tea'll sell that belly of yours, and next thing I've given them all I have. You don't have any either? Why, every adventure working these parts ought to carry some with them. A poultice of mare's tails keeps wounds from festering, and you look a festering sort of fellow if ever I saw one. Since we're both short, how about you go and get us some 8 root shoot thing, I'd say. I'm gonna just finish all the other ones, minus the main scenario one, just in case they have anything else to give. There's the Nixies. It's a barely. Oh, I am still quite flush on my outburst there. They were dead air my raging. Well, that's quite lovely. We had it coming, those hoppers. Crystal Tower is still foremost in our mind. Adventurers may bear some studying too. Perhaps it's a side project. This will be more of an experimental research. I shall find the Priestess side. Wow. Yeah, I'll take the potion. I do need to make more mega potions and better potions than it. You find the crates? Good, good. Let's have what you found inside. I have to be ashamed of myself for hiring another to do my own job, but there's no cozying myself. It makes my heart sore to go there. Calamity made it thus. In case you didn't already know, that was Camp Revenant's Toll, a hub for adventurers. Many a merry day and night I've spent there. It's my abode at the crossroads. I paid much mind to the name of these parts until the calamity, but Revenant's Toll, not exactly a lucky sort of name. I wish at 12 that they had changed it to something else when they built this new camp. It worries me. It's all going there and starting to do a mess. Sometimes I come across something I know well and it weighs in my heart. Poor person. And yeah, I was right to talk to them. Don't get me wrong, there's more of these parts than just nasties and sad memories. I was on a mud puppy run myself before I took the salvage job, and now I aim to read twice as many livers. What's it for? Business came for the old touch trap, of course. Mud puppy liver fetches a very pretty price on the market, as pretty as the petticoats since the cause of the man, I'll wager. Here, how about you give me a little hand? I'm still a little done in. It'll be worth the guild to have someone else helping me. You can fetch 5 livers, can't you? Mud puppy livers, yeah, I can do that. First of all, check something. Okay, these guys are already available as somebody who can give you your best available gear. Interesting. Yep. Can't use any of it because this requires level 50 minimum. But let's see about the other stuff. I might as well as get these things considering I'm getting things for doing the Beast Tribe quests. We can stock up the rest for the item class quests. For not the class quests, for the roll gear when we actually need to. First, let's continue. It's good to see you again, Arbor. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Imperial and the others are indeed at Castro Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, and proceed with the mission. While you are afield, sit with the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Good work, Armor. As Alvino has already told you, I'll be plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Garlemald is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for preparations of my own. Imperial and the others are counting on us, however. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. While Garlemald is about devising his plan, we need to see to some preparations of our own. We wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communication jamming device. The application is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-immersion and making use of the property. We should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take measurements. I'll mark the likely place on your map. Well, just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into them here. Okay. Scenario quest available right now. Okay. Packing parts. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because it's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan is to have your Castro Sentry all decked out Imperial dots, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. It's also got to act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impression's everything, as they say. I could teach you to suit myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Castro Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Sure, I can do that. Alright, first things first. This is the big thing. Ah! That's what I mean about these things. The ability itself is useful if you can get it for one of the other classes, but right now it's just annoying. I actually look forward to getting that other class. I don't know when we unlock it, but hopefully soon. First reading taken. Let's go get the next. messages. Because I only have until Mother messages me to tell me she's on her way. Because she's coming over to help me do some organization as part of the move. Soon I'll be in a new house and we'll have a lot more things to do. I'll also need to at some point today, ideally. The last one appears to be a bit higher up, which means we need to find the low point on this that we can use to get to that higher up point. There it is. There it is. Next mission, deal with the mud puppet. And ignore that giant fucking marble. Why would you call it voluptuous? I'm just reading the actual thing about this mission. The boss is called Voluptuous Vivian. If anyone is attracted, found that mouth of that thing attractive, I am going to slap them so. The sad thing is, somebody did. I know somebody. Because y'all are nasty. Bloody fuckers. Don't do art myself. If people want to try and sell me art, then yeah. They can try joining my Discord and talking to me about it there rather than on my stream. I can be chill about that because I don't mind if you want to try, but I do emphasize the point that I can't afford it right now. So, you know, it is. So I can't buy any commissions off of people. But honestly, I just got sick of having to deal with people trying to sell me things on the stream. The last person who did so actually told me to fuck off when I insisted on I cannot afford anything no matter how reasonable your prices are. So yeah, I'm just not dealing with that on stream. Not really. Like, surprisingly, that's... If anything, I think the idea that you need to ask permission before you try and sell anything, even to me, has put off some people. Also the fact that I just straight away insta-ban anyone who ruins stuff, or tries to sell things. Dissuade some people. I've only ever bought the last commission I bought was like Christmas a year or two ago. It was a nice little like Christmas themed piece. I just happened to have a little bit of spare money at that time. But now I have nothing. I am in the middle of a moving house and just have nothing. I mean, all the art of that I've ever gotten of my character over the years is posted to the art section of my Discord. I have a specific server for sharing that stuff. Not a specific server, but a specific part of the server. Anyways, but yeah, no, it has been a while. I just haven't, with me moving house, and a bunch of other expenses that have come up since, I just don't have anything to commission. I do plan to, at some point in the future, when I actually have money, get a new ref sheet for my character. Oh yeah, that is entirely the reason. Like, if I had money, I would, first get a new ref sheet for my character. The ref sheet that I have is ancient and only really covers one side of the character. I need to get a full 360 sheet. But yeah, that requires money that I do not have. And yeah, when I have money, I ideally hope to be able to get the ability to add some... once I have that ref sheet, I plan to save some money and see if I can get some emotes. But yeah, it's gonna take time to save up the money for that. There's so many other expenses. But I'm hopeful that moving into the new place that I'm moving to will help. Because rent's going to be much cheaper. We'll be able to have some control over our other bills so that we can get better deals. Need to make some phone calls about that. Yep. Good, you figured it out yourself. I had already set up a command for it. It does make things easier to just already have the command set up. Alright, now we're going to try and learn the Imperial salute. Look your report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend the patrols be increased. Also, periodically, when enough messages have been sent, I have an auto thing set up that automatically sends out that message. There are other important links that people can find on that I have scattered around, but some of them are just automated. But yeah, if you want to talk to me about anything, ideally they should do it when I'm not streaming, because I can't really check the Discord while I'm on stream because I don't have it open directly. If I had 3 different screens, I would. Oh, yeah, that would be very much appreciated. The Fennec Legion could always use a new member. welcome to the Fennec Legion. I hope you enjoy your time with us. There you are, brother. Got what we need. 1, 2, 7, and 8. Now they'll need to be prepared, and seeing as how we're both reversed, you'll want one when that festering starts. Well, if you say so, I'll keep the lot. Much appreciate the kindness. He has another mission for us. Of course he does. Further adventure again. Need me a sample of catalytic ectoplasm, but I'm not having much luck. It's no great shakes, mind you. First you go to Rutherfrost, slay yourself some plasmoids, and collect 3 samples of catalytic plasma. Douse the large crystallized tree with that, wait a spell, the bark will start crackling with lightning and surge in the plasma. After that, it's like gardening on a gobo. The ectoplasm comes scampering over without care in the world. Hit that right quick, you got yourself some catalytic ectoplasm. Why do I want you to get it? Come now, brother, let's not go prying into the unmentionable drawers. All in good time, all in good time. So besides streaming, I do enjoy reading. I'm really into the Percy Jackson series. Actually need to get back to reading it. Because I've got a few books from the Trial of Apollo that I haven't read yet. But honestly, most of the time I just work because I've got 2 jobs. One as a kitchen porter in a pub, the other as a bubbleologist, which is just a mixologist for bubble tea. Because yeah, neither job can give me enough hours for me to get by just with the one job. If either of them starts giving me enough hours to where I only need the one, then I'll quit the other. But you're kind of stuck doing both, which sucks. But it is what it is. I don't. I try my best to make time to stream whenever I can. Like right now, I've got like 30 minutes to an hour before I'm expected to hear from my mother to say she's on her way. Then we'll wrap up the stream and get ready so I can go meet her at the train station. Then we'll come back here and do some organization, ready for the move. Because today is one of my 2 days off this week. Tomorrow I do have a bit more time, but it'll probably be spent mostly doing some other personal stuff that needs to be done. Because moving house, it is... Ugh. I hope to make things a bit better soon, though. Anyways, how'd you like the fog fence? Free leechings every day of the year. But you got the livers, didn't you? Yeah, unfortunately, while there are people in there, not a lot of people actually chat. Which is fine, I don't mind. But yeah, it'd be nice if people were a bit more active. I think it just requires people to start chatting, and I never know how to start a conversation, really. Unfortunately. Comes with being an introverted autistic guy. I guess. There's the slimy gold. Nicely cut. Here's your guild. You didn't try to eat the mud puppies, did you? Don't. Poison or money. Those are the only flavors. Did they work? Oh, lad. Everything works. Nothing good enough for them. That's got the kind of guild spend on such things. I have gone a few places east. There's not much to look at, but there's pieces from the Garlemald wreck for taking. Rust held together with a prayer most of the time, but now and then there's a nice plate off an airship. Time was adventurers sallied out reverence tolting the Garlemald salvage and make them rich. Sorry disappointed they were. Pomfret at the bakery, he was one. Came for the Magitech, stayed for the marzipan, I tell him. But now that hardly anyone bothers, there's steady pickings. Go on, give it a try. I'll pay you top gill if you can find 8 good bits. If you find something likely. Go to Wandering Breeze over at St. Connoch's Find and ask him what the stuff's worth. He knows his Garlemald relics, that one. Honestly, I think it's because most of the people that have joined the server are introverted like me. So because none of us really feels confident enough to start conversations, conversations don't start. But hey, if you feel more inclined to get people chatting, then that would be nice. Like, I'll certainly join in chats whenever I can. Because I do try and pay attention to the server, just not so much when I'm on stream, because I can't check it as frequently when I'm on stream, because I'm trying to focus on the actual game itself. So, if I'm ever slow to respond in the stream chat, it's because I'm actually really intently focused on the game. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No, best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to find your rage and crack your skull. And crack skull. Let's take your word for it. Yay. There are emotes. Let's get a new one. There. Imperial salute. There you go. And now to actually get the outfit. You are called Arbor de Zemra, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Garlemald. As a fellow adventurer and son of a years ago both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Chasm Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourself as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helmets. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort of people who would entrust your secrets. It will be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, for the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area around Chasm Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. I'll not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Well, I will do that, but first we will go over this way and do other things. Because I want to finish all the side quests. Wolf. Somebody who joined a long time ago, I think. And hasn't chatted in ages. Not even sure if they're still active online or not. But there's somebody who followed and joined. I mean, I would like to do collabs in the future if anyone ever has an interest in doing them, but it's one of those things that very much requires, like, one or both of us to actually instigate that. And I am really bad at talking to people about things like that, because bad experiences of just getting no response or people just automatically saying no immediately. Which sucks, but yeah. Most of the time I just do streams whenever I'm free and just play whatever I want. It's actually why right now I'm in the middle of going through FF14 as a new character. because I do have a different character that I used for playing through the game the first time. That's my main that I use for all new content as it comes out. Like whenever Cold releases, I'm going to be playing on that character. But this one I've made specifically for replaying old content. Stuff that I haven't played in years. Like I think I first started playing Final Fantasy XIV during COVID. And for whatever reason, I just didn't feel like streaming during that time period. So I didn't get any of this content up at that time. But I'm revisiting it because I enjoy the game and want to re-experience how it all started. Good evening to you. Is there something you require? Yes, here you go. You want to know what these are? Well. So there is still meat left to pick off the bone. This is made of serpent, a Garlemald animal. Greatly resistant, some might say impervious, to cannon fire and beyond our capacity to create. And if we could produce our own, there would be serpent pouring out of every metalworks in every city. Or mayhap if we knew what metals sire this alloy, we could use knowledge in other ways. Are you not wanting us to study these then? Just information. Let me guess. Bullagum. Here are the pieces back, and tell her again the summons are not here to provide free appraisals. Yeah. But you know, merchant's gonna try. Alright, I don't know when, I think Mother said around 9 or 9:30 was when she would aim to try and get to Durham for, so I'll need to head out soon. Oh, did she message me and say she's at the train station? Okay, she's just gotten to the metro station, so I'm taking the metro to Central Station. When she gets there, she'll need to get her train ticket, so I shall head out as soon as I hear back from her. So, it won't be long then. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get from Benton to Central Station, so... Yeah, the ring's excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose. Though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Arthur. I read the other half of the mission. Did I find anything good? Well, laddie, all Garlemald servants, huh? That will fetch something high, wide, and handsome from a trader. What? They can change the tide of war? Your problem, lad, is that you think too much. These are worth a good bit of gil, and the only tide you should worry about is the tide of ale you can summon with your share of it. But you're right, son. I should learn more about these alloys so I don't have to go to Sun's hat in hand. Here, that's your share. Remember what I said about ale. If I find more of these servant pieces, who knows, maybe I'll be able to pay back Wandering Breeze. He's what I owe in compliments. Away. FF14 is an MMORPG. I mostly play it in the single player option because they started adding a feature called duty support, which allows you to do a lot of the content that would normally require multiple people solo. There's still a bunch of content you can only do with other people, but the main scenario can be done completely solo, basically. Up to a certain point. I think there are certain MSQ missions which are still require other people, but they are working on trying to increase duty support so that people can do more and more of it solo. Because some people just prefer that. But it's a really fun game. I do enjoy it. It's got a really good story. I enjoy the gameplay. And if you're interested in trying it, it is actually completely free up until the end of the 3rd expansion, believe it or not. Like, you could literally get up to the level 80 content completely free. I would rather people didn't use the @everyone tag unless they have like an important announcement to make. I generally reserve the use of that one for mods. Simply, and the announcements channel. But, if you're looking to do if you're wanting to discuss anything specific related to the Discord server, just wait until I'm out of the stream, and we can talk about it in the server when I actually am able to have it open. Okay, got the uniforms. Have I? No. I got the shirts, but not the shorts. Alright, now we need to go find whatever it is that they're after. Alright, no more of these marbles. Just fuck these guys. And my stomach is grumbling at me because it wants sustenance. Well, I can wait. I will get breakfast when I head out to meet up with Mother. Person. I don't want to fight. Chasing me. Yeah, he's chasing the ranged fighter. Good thing for me, I'm also a ranged fighter. There is actually a lurk command, it's just all lowercase lurk with 1K. That is a tree. Huh. I thought it was a crystal. So that is actually a motherfucking tree. Jesus Christ. Okay. I could have just teleported back. That would have probably been easier. Other. Nope. Okay, let's turn in the quests. Got a little shocker? That's what I call an adventure. You're a fearless one, brother. Oh, swimming sons of 7 hells for 7 brothers. That hurts like a troll marrying my daughter. Wow. May see why I was none too keen on getting the bugger myself. I don't know what it is, but I always end up getting shocked. Maybe I'm lightning aspected or straight lightning disrespected even. No, it's because you wear metal plate armor, which attracts electricity. Just by luck that I keep getting commissions for from these learned types, and about half of them and half the rest are studying lightning. Should give up eventually to be an agent at this rate. Alright, that's for him. I think that's all the side quests in this area that aren't stuff that requires you to be a specific level. So, yeah. Be able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Yes. Damaged, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are likely to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith, Eganolf of the Diamond Forge in Marina's House of Splendor, should be able to hammer them to shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Good. I would hate for our mission to be you know, thrown off because somebody had a bright idea. So you're the adventurer Malaric sent, are you? I'm waiting for you. Let's see what you got for me. I see. Ah, yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malaric a favor or two. Took good care of old Eganolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families of the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did. But I suppose he always felt the adventurer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Eganolf will have your gear look good as new. Stare it into a fire. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but for what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Malaric my regards, will you? Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eganolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs will fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces. Lest you fear that the Gallies might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Gallian invasion force in the Eorzea. See, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscript forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. This way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interest of the right. Good work getting them Imperial duds. Will you please hear I have been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. And from what I've seen, Casting Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random groups and random deployments. Hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. That is a problem. Definitely will need to figure out how to deal with that. Sorry, just... Okay, we'll look at that later. So hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. It ain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of them, these patrols dressed up in your shiny suit, and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra cover, use a smoke signal here, built fresh from the Imperial scout. They'll come running when you see it. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their work. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now. So run along, eh? Don't forget to salute. Okay, so we need to be in disguise. Let's get our disguise on. God, it looks awful with these pants. But I'm not glamoring the pants. So we'll just have to make do. The problem is that any enemies spot us and try and start a fight. This outfit will offer us no protection whatsoever. We'll need to try and skirt past the enemies. It's hard when they can turn around at any moment. They can do it. Yes, that one turned around. Right when we need it to. Alright. Just ignore the mud puppy, especially this one. Special mud. No! Bugger off! No! Leave me alone! I don't want to fight you. No! Bugger off. I don't think that one's going. that one's gone. Right next to where it is. Oh, chocobo is small. Let's summon it back. Imperial surgeons gathered to peace. Judging our description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was the next. If you return to the scene, keep an eye on those insurgents. Should off go around you with smoke signals to call. Destination. I'm just going to get our recommended gear back on. Don't think we need to be wearing that while we're doing the actual thing itself. Imperial smoke signal. Yep, here we go. Solo duty time. I hope you don't mind me joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place. Where is the enemy? Sir, over there. Senator the Reaper, let's make an example of these insurgents. You think the Reaper still stops moving? Put down the person who scratches can't be helped. Hostiles detected, engaging. Yeah, the armor's not over, right? You can probably like stay out of the sight. Yay, we did it. Ugh, at least I'm prepared. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Now we should look at gift choke on the beak. It does seem rather worse for wear, doesn't it? Big Squidge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. They say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. But aren't those things protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The kitchen doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, We're not resting until it's fixed. Now 1 week of sleep. Got that, Wedge? Oh, hard. Shelter though. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Ardbert. Yay. Well, it stopped smoking at least. Oh, it's limping! Oh, poor thing. I guess you know it's a machine. Shush. Well. Magic armor? Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Yay, we get to go into the workshop. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend and they will think of naught else till the job's done. It is a marvelous thing to behold. Provides you a mind that the business riveting. Yeah, I thought that would be the case. Just gonna break down all this stuff. Hold on to the food and whatnot. I think there's somebody who can make use of it. Maybe the steel chronograph. Just want to make sure that this inventory isn't too full. For when we get more weapons that are better than the one we have. I definitely need to sort out breakfast as soon as I finish the stream. There we go. That's all nice and organized. Anything else I'll look at later. They're not as full as the weapon one. Alright, next mission. Every little thing she does is Magitech. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. We just have one small problem. As you may recall, the machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty, which is subsequently ascertained the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona. But all is not lost. Wedge thinks we may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see it, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. It's all about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Thunderhead maintenance engineers and Castle Center have the weapon to replace their cores, we'll risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair. I believe there is a solution. Substitute the magic check for with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. In my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the Arbo servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. We've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the goldsmith's guild. All that remains is for someone to go to a dock, collect them. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, it could cost something in the order of... I hope you're mindful in the bill. It's for a good cause. What level is this quest? It's 46. He mumbled that, but clearly it's a lot of money. Good news is, we're meeting up with the head of the Goldsmiths Guild, who I already know, having worked with her before. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. To the Goldsmiths Guild. Hello there, come to collect the mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garlemald's Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is from Master Alphino's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant will be coming to collect it. 100 years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here's the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Wow. Alphino got ahead of things. Good on him. I think when I finish this quest, we'll level up, and every class that I have will be level 47. I think. Yep. Which means we'll be ready to go and do the next dungeon. So that's good. Do you have the mammoth heart? Can't wait to see if it works. Well, thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino? Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. Without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magic armor, engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. Wow, was that entirely necessary? Yay! Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through her paces armor. Would you care to do the honors? I would be very much love to do the honors, piloting this around for a little bit. Hop into the pilot seat. Let's begin as soon as you're ready. First, I could try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Yay! No anomalous movement evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down, then sprint north, quick as you can. Try and avoid the enemy. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Arbert. torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here's a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps their working is simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. Whereas Magitech serves only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team. In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. Yep. Okay. Ooh, another solo duty so soon. Nope. Train leaves at 9. Okay, that gives me something. Okay. Doused as it felt, I gave it my best. I welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were we expecting it to do anyway? Bob at a security. No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be as onerous task at the best of times, and wholly impractical during battle. You seem to have its heart in place that the War Magitech Corps seemed a promising solution. Last device does not appear to be compatible with Garlemald technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps. Or cheer our heads off. Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it. They have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by a traitor Garland? Is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. Call for reinforcements. The hells you will. You've locked the stolen Reaper. Request immediate assistance. Respond. Respond. It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it. Wow. Bloody hell. Armor. Protect the armor at all costs. I will do just that. Whoa, hello. What do you think you're doing? You're not doing our hard work. Get away from my Reaper. How dare Maggie named her? That is actually they're on their own. We can take them. Duty complete. Yep. She's awake. Chief, look! She moved! Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Cassim Sentry and rescue our comrades. There, the finishing touch. Wow. Well, hopefully nobody ever notices that during the infiltration. Yay. The servo mechanism is now fully functional. All it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I'd rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But for that, let's see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. Alright, we'll just confirm. We'll just start the mission and then we'll actually do it next time. Okay, our preparations are, Bert. We leave as soon as you're ready. Garlemald, you came. I give you all a roaring send-off. It is the least I can do for the fine men and women who are about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. And it occurs to me, for all the help you have afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? Ah, I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you would rather not relive those memories. No, Mike, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman, with a smile never far from her face. She was a sister, too. Pretty little thing she was, gentle as a lamb, tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives. We knew happiness just the same. Aye, then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. I had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us. Rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. So some years before I escaped again. That time I got away. I swore then that I'd get revenge on the Empire and become an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But I am 2 decades have since gone by. What have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You gave us too much credit, Garlemald. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? In any road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire. Don't pretend you ain't. I have helped a few folks take on the Empire over the years. Every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But someone tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And you are sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afraid I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true. I have long since realized that the front line are no place for a man like me. There's some as would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. That's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Ralgar give you strength. Yay. I think he's meant to be polishing her there. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call yours your home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambition. First, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. What level is this mission anyways? Still 46. We haven't yet gotten to a 47 mission. When we do, that's when we'll go ahead and do Form Veil. I think I might change classes though. Pick one whose lower body gear actually complements the Imperial gear. Let's go through them. Paladin. Maybe that might complement the Imperial gear. Warrior definitely doesn't. White mage. No, absolutely not. Those shorts. Scholar. Maybe. Bard, we've already gone through. Definitely not. Monk, also definitely not. Dragoon is another maybe. Ninja. I think Ninja's gonna be our best bet, probably, for picking something that goes with it. Yeah, Ninja, I think, will go, because they do have what's it called? Domans in their ranks, so wearing this kind of gear actually would probably not arouse too much suspicion. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do, but right now I need to end the stream because I've got to go meet up with Mother. Her train leaves in like a minute, so I will need to get to there before she arrives. So, oh dear, never mind. Anyways, that'll be it for today, so, pop the end stream message in. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I certainly look forward to continuing things next time. But until then, as always, I've been Sparks, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See yas.